There was a time when I felt completely stuck. I'd look around, camera in hand, and see nothing. The streets, the skies, the faces all seemed dull and lifeless. It was as if the world had lost its color and I had lost my ability to see it. But what I've come to realize is that these slumps, these moments of creative drought, are actually invitations. Invitations to dig deeper, to explore ourselves, and to find inspiration in the places we least expect. This is my story of breaking free from creative blocks, and I hope it becomes yours too. I used to think that my creative blocks were caused by external factors. I would blame my small town, saying that there is nothing more to photograph here, or I would blame my schedule, saying that I don't have any more time to shoot. But deep down I knew that these were just excuses. The real reason was within me. Creative blocks start in the mind and they end there too. Inspiration doesn't come from exotic locations or perfect conditions, at least not always. Inspiration comes from seeing, really seeing what is in front of you. Sure, if we are in New York and we have a month to take photos, we have much higher chances of getting the great image than, let's say, being out in little Cambridge and we only have 30 minutes a week to shoot. But some of the greatest photographers, like Leiter, made their most iconic work only steps away from their front door. So if they could do it, why couldn't we? That realization changed everything. I started asking myself, am I truly seeing what is right in front of me? Or am I so focused to find something extraordinary that I'm missing the beauty in the ordinary? If you're enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and consider subscribing with the bell. Now let me share the moment that completely changed how I approach photography. One day, I made a decision to completely let go of my expectations. I picked up my camera and walked outside with a single goal: to shoot anything and everything, no matter how mundane. I stopped worrying about composition, lighting, or creating the perfect shot. I just let myself play. That simple act of shooting without judgment was liberating. It reminded me that creativity thrives in freedom. And while those first photos were not masterpieces, they served a very important purpose. They got me moving again. Once I emptied my mind of expectations, I began to see things I overlooked before. A bunch of flowers growing through a crack in the pavement with a beautiful foggy background. The way sunlight danced on a wall while people passed in front of it. I started focusing on only one subject and letting it take center stage. Minimalism became my guide. I would frame a single subject, a bicycle, a shadow, a person walking, and let it speak for itself. Getting up close helped me too. It allowed me to focus on the details, slow down, and see the world anew. As I warmed up, I began to explore the light. The light is the soul of photography after all. I would choose a single spot and then I would observe how the light shifted and changed over time. Then I would play with it, photographing subjects as they move with it or against it, creating silhouettes or capturing golden glows. This step wasn't about perfection. It was about curiosity. Watching how the light interacts with the world reminded me why I fell in love with photography in the first place. Finally, and just finally, I would start thinking about composition. I would find a simple, colorful background and wait. I would let life unfold naturally and I would capture moments as people passed through my frame. This wasn't about forcing a shot. It was about being patient and being present. Once I rebuilt my confidence, I took a leap into abstraction. Abstract photography taught me that the best images aren't about what you see, they are about what you feel. By focusing on shapes, textures and colors, I created photos that they were uniquely mine, and with each image I felt my creative energy returning. With my creative energy restored, I took the next step, combining different elements to create more complex compositions. These are the images that invite the viewer to linger, to explore the story and feel rewarded when they unravel the meaning. Like this photo where a woman feeds the birds and their circular flight creates a natural frame around her. Or this one where a line of birds appears to extend from a man's figure, almost as if he is transforming in one of them, flying freely into the sky. But complexity doesn't only come from static scenes that unravel in front of you in a single level. It can also come when you're combining unexpected scenes together, creating layers, especially when you're using reflections. Like in this one photo where I photographed an old man next to the reflection of a young woman, appearing like she's an old memory of his, a woman from a long lost past. Or in this other shot where a child has escaped their father's control and his dynamic stance as he's chasing the child has been captured in the reflection. The same as the child's one, in which the reflection exaggerates the motion of the child. It's this process, layering stories, moments and visual elements, that makes photography feel like magic again. So here is the lesson that I've learned. Creative blocks aren't walls, they are doors, and every step, no matter how small, is a key to unlocking them. Start simple, shoot anything, focus on light, play with composition, and when you're ready, dive into abstraction. This process will remind you that creativity isn't about perfection. It is about exploration. So if you're feeling stuck right now, remember this. Inspiration isn't always out there. Sometimes it hides within you. So the only thing you have to do is to look. How are you feeling about your photography journey right now? Are you feeling energized or are you looking for your spark? Share your story in the comments below, and if you are looking for more inspiration, click and watch this video next, in which I talk about how by stopping taking nice photos, I reinvented my photography. That was all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I will see you on the streets. And Happy New Year. Bye bye.